The thing about these people, oftentimes in these mines and mills and companies, they're from somewhere else. They're not from the United States. This guy was from Canada. Um, these people really don't give a rip, frankly. They're kind of like NRC. They don't give a flying flip what's going on with us over here. When they came to us and said, we're going to drill a well, we're going to drill these wells, and we're going to inject this water that's going to push back the bad water toward the mill. And then we're going to suck it up and we're going to clean it up and evaporate the bad stuff out, and we're going to do all this stuff with water. And Daisy said, I have never seen water stop water before. I don't think it will now. In terms of years and water that has already been ruined and wasted, how do you put a price on that when you think about it? We're still ruining water right as we sit here now. That water that they have contaminated continues to spread. And how do you put a price on, in New Mexico, how do you put a price on water?
But more important to me, the frustration that I've seen my mom and dad go through with this is that the understanding was in 10 years that would be cleaned up. It would never contaminate the lower water. It would only be in the alluvial aquifer. They would clean it up quickly, deal done, we'd all walk away happy.
Right.
You know, there's more contamination. When you start hearing about all this stuff, it's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that they were so irresponsible about what they were doing. They told the miners, oh no, you can drink the water that's coming out of that little pipe, it won't hurt you. But it was contaminated water from the very beginning.
60, the office typically worked 40-hour week. In order to give me overtime Saturdays, Homestake gave me a job out here, and I used to work on that little pile. Mr. Hassel had dug a pit, if you want to call it. It was probably 5 to 10 acres, I can't remember now, in size. And they dug a pit, built a kind of a berm around it, and Homestake had a big pipeline that came out of the mill. I hope that, and I don't have any idea whether I'll live 10 years or 20 years, but if some doctor says you got a spot, you have to pay attention. And I sure hope I don't have to get attached to one of them little oxygen bottles.
Found out that it caused, the radon and the uranium caused heart disease, heart problems, as well as diabetes. See, we'd never heard that.
Almost an epidemic
of it
in the area.
So, Jim and I, since we've lived here, both have been diagnosed with diabetes. I have nothing against mining if it's done properly. But before they do any mining, they need to clean up what they left behind. And that's never going to happen. It's too massive.
This draws all the radon gases out from underneath the slab of the house.
Hello there and welcome to my first video on Michael's Tech Center. So today we're going to be exploring uranium from United Nuclear. And I have my box over here. And before I start this, I'm going to show you my background radiation. So 26 counts per minute. Make sure you have gloves on. I am overly safe, so I have 2 layers. I have some big gloves, and I have these disposable ones. And I did, in haps, ruin the box, sadly. I did open it up and remove my information from inside, but the uranium is still in there, and I haven't opened it. So I want to talk about my Inspector EXP Plus here. It's a Geiger counter. It detects alpha, beta, gamma, and X-rays. And it is an extreme boot, and it has an external probe on it. Now, this Geiger counter's brother, the Inspector, was used in the Boston bombing to see if it was a dirty bomb or not. And there are photos of that on the internet. He's obviously holding one of these. So I think we should start, unboxing. So I'm going to ahead and move my Geiger counter over, slide it in the box. And I'll go ahead and zoom out a tad. Open up my knife carefully. And we'll cut it open. Yes, I did retape it. Sorry about that, but unboxing's an unboxing. Oh, and by the way, if I take my Geiger counter here, place the box on top, do you think something's radioactive inside? We'll have to see. So, we'll open it up. Oh, what is this? What is this? I see something in here. Here we go. Let me focus it for you. Radioactive material, uranium ore, radiation range A, 1,000 to 3,000 counts per minute. And I have a pancake type, so I'm probably going to get around 3 times that amount of radiation. This is from United Nuclear. As you can see, it's illegal to own this and everything. Explains it all right there. So, first time opening up this. Here we go. Scratch my table real quick. Okay. Here we go. Oh. It's packaged safely, so that's good. Extra tape. Cutting away from me so I don't get myself with uranium in my blood. Alright. Here we go. Okay. United Nuclear paper. Move that out of the way. If I can open this, these gloves are so thick I can't grab anything. This is a certificate. And here we go. Alright. So this is 1,800 counts per minute at 0 centimeters. And as you can see, Tom actually signed this. And this has gumite in it and caronite. And that is yellow and brown. The sample location is at Moab, M-O-A-B, U-T, USA. So there we go. I'm going to definitely keep this. And, what you've all been waiting for, the uranium. Here it is. It's in a plastic bag. And if I take my Geiger counter probe here and start getting close to this, you can see we're definitely picking it up. Now, this is betas and gammas only. This is not alphas. So we're getting 5,000 counts per minute here. Now let's try and set this somewhere. There you go. So it's actually a very pretty piece here. $6,000, 8,000, 8,400. There we go. 8,400 is the top, beta and gamma only. So I will do a close-up and then we'll take it outside and open it up, because I do not want any radon in here. So let me focus my lens here. So it's a little bit hard to see with the plastic, but it's a very pretty sample. Very nice. So we'll go outside now and go record that. Alright, here, so I'm outside and we're about to open up the uranium. So there it is. I will go ahead and zoom in a tad for you. And here we go. Here's my Geiger counter. You can see it's picking it up. Lovely. Now, keep in mind that I am far back from this. I'm not trying to breathe in the air coming out if there's any radon buildup. So I'm far away. And I'm going to put uranium on this brick here. There we go. Now you'll see that there's a little bit of dust here in the bottom. Not really dust, but pieces that have fallen off, tiny little fragments. But I guess it's time to measure the radioactivity. So I'll put the screen up to you here. And we'll go ahead and see if I can get this good. Now I'm not touching this. Keep that in mind. I'm just getting very close. So I'm at 9,000 counts per minute. And we'll go ahead and measure the other side here. $6,000. So around 7,000. $8,000. Sorry about that, my camera actually died in the middle of that. But I turned it upside down here, and just from this far away, we're getting 6,000. Now look what happens when I'll try and prop this up for you. Look what happens when I get it closer using my fingers. Now I'm not touching this, just getting it very close. Because we all know from anti-proton not to touch it. Now I got up to 14,000. Let's see what I get up to here. So you can actually see this this dark, I guess that's a kind of a green color. And that, I believe, is the actual radioactive. Well, it's all radioactive, but I think that's a little bit more radioactive. I also have some on top. I'll see how that reacts to it. It's not quite as radioactive, but it's definitely there. And we're about to hit 10,000. Oh, almost 10,000 though, so it's actually a very pretty sample. Now I'm not gonna lie, I did touch this uranium to my Geiger counter a few times accidentally, so I'm gonna have to decontaminate, but yeah, I think this will be a great hobby to get into, and actually a profession soon in the future. So there is my uranium from United Nuclear, and I enjoyed it a lot. So hopefully in the next video you'll see what I'm going to be doing with this. So have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever. And I'll see you guys soon.
Here we are across from Optimist Park, Pocatello, Idaho. There we're in visual distance right here of the federal building, and there's the police station and town hall. And there's the liquor department there, liquor store, because what do we have here? Another example of the cover-up, which is definitely was covered. Now it's uncovered. Workers are now have been exposed, and to expose to what? Oh, well, of course, there it is, the uranium materials. Looks like it's up to at least 8-10 inches thick. It's put on as a base here. The road itself was made with it. The asphalt was cut up, and now I'm sure no safety protection was given to the workers here, because do not tell rules still. A cover-up, do not tell, therefore they don't know. So here again, I'm sure these workers got exposed to uranium particulate materials in dust form, because all you have to do is kick this stuff and up will come the dust in that small articulate form. Is hard hats required? Well, a hazmat suit and proper respiratory equipment should also be required here, without exception. But again, we're living in a community from the mayor and others in City Hall, politics here, and certain government agencies like the EPA and even the IDQ, all are aware of this material here and maintain the cover-up, which maintains the do not tell, which maintains people getting exposed and dying young of cancer. A horrible way to die. And any type cancer is possible. Underneath, of course, looks like it's pretty clear of the materials directly, which is good. People know anything about soil development, and of course, this material in powder form does migrate down. Anyways, there's some close-up views of it. It's quite packed. It's not in asphalt form. You drive over it and you get exactly what you see around those chunks. It starts to grind up into dust again. Back to the most dangerous form of the material. So here we are, construction, new construction area, across from Optimist Park, Pocatello, Idaho. This is Idaho Lorax reporting for the Pocatello State Journal, and the Idaho Lorax Speaks, testifying as an expert of the deadly material here in Pocatello, and possibly the neighborhood here, or the people no close by, also exposed. It's Idaho Lorax off. Ah, here we go. Beautiful parking lot next to Winco. Here we are. Industrial Center of Pocatello. New buildings going up by Carl's Jr. to my right, Mountain American Credit Union. And all right next to this nice vacant lot of uranium materials. in granular loose form with cars parking in it, grinding it up. Just gets airborne, blows into the window. Blows into the neighborhood in the background there too. Well, what do we do here? I'm behind tackle time, I believe. I can hear their little message going on as somebody orders food. Again, here we are. Pocatello behind Taco Bell or Taco something. Taco time, and there is Winco in the foreground, and here is our beautiful but deadly uranium materials. A little close up there. It's probably used as a base under this parking lot as well. Looks like the parking lot itself might have been made with the material. So here we are, take a little close look around. There's the seam of the asphalt. It's obviously was put down the asphalt on top of it at one time. A little closer up look, just there. It's got some gravel here, of course some mud, but again, fine grain material, make it airborne. Might as well move next to Chernobyl. Downwind. Death by fallout. Nuclear fallout. When the wind blows. Blowing in the wind. This is Idaho Lorax for the Pocatello State Journal. Trying to save lives with PINCOCc, or Pocatello Independent Nuclear Contamination Oversight Cleanup Committee. The $10 billion hopefully will save us, or save our future generations at least. Thank you. And goodbye, Winco, a employees-owned company. Well, here we are at Hollowell Park. Baseball season is over. There's the uranium materials right in front of me, going right up over to the fence. There you can see the school in the background. That's Hawthorne Junior High. We got Hollowell Park, this church here, and we go off to the left even more. We got, of course, the Stake Center, LDS Stake Center here. Used to be a sign right on their fence. There was another one right over by that white fence, and there was one on the pole. And should have warned people more. Should tell them, should have got it cleaned up, instead of getting a whole bunch of people contaminated. This Idaho Lorax, what a pitiful place. People cover up, do not tell, and then contaminate young people and everyone together. It's a good thing it's been wet lately. Stuff hasn't been disturbed. Small particles is what we worry about. Keep the cars off it, get it cleaned up. Idaho Lorax for the Pocatello State Journal, signing off. There we are, Wilcox Elementary School, next to Hawthorne Park and Hawthorne Park Neighborhood Association. As we've been here, this is a terminal spot for a lot of kids to get off, but hey, it's also a terminal spot to have a bunch of that uranium material just right next to the school. It's not any fault of the landowner. He knows what it is and would like it cleaned up, seriously cleaned up, and not be contaminating himself, the neighborhood, or the children. This is Idaho Lorax signing off at Sandpiper and Lark, Quad A Wilcox School contamination site. Oh, here we are at the corner of Robin and Sandpiper. There's Wilcox School. And oh my, look at this nice yard. And look at this nice pile, spread of uranium material. It's all right next to the street, right next to the poor people who own the house. Obviously, they don't want to touch it. Nobody wants to touch this stuff, but it needs to get removed, and needs to get removed pronto. So, School District 25, where is your Geiger counter? Where is your effort to clean up this community and make our children safe? Here we are, Wilcox neighborhood, school neighborhood. This is the Hawthorne Park neighborhood. And here's another location of Yes, the infamous uranium materials, all 60 of them, alpha, beta, cancer-giving materials. Idaho Lorax signing off. Yes, here we are on Sandpiper Road. Nice little horses in the background. Another dump site and contaminated area of the uranium material. Long forgotten. Hopefully nobody bothers it, gets into it. But the wind does blow and things do get kicked up. There's a piece of litter blowing right now. Here we are on Sandpiper Road, number 3. On Sandpiper Road, contamination site that the EPA has not funded to clean up here, that the city of Pocatello continues to do not tell, even though they know, to help anybody in this community, helping save lives. That's what we're doing here now, letting you know what you need to appeal, what you need to ask for is the cleanup of your material in this community, make it safe for everyone. Yes, safe for the children who are right downwind of this little site. Here we are at the corner of Sandpiper and Northgate Drive. Yes, yours truly, there it is right there. Terminal Street, that makes 4 on Sandpiper Drive. Where's the Geiger counters? Don't disturb it. Don't breathe the dust. And the dust blows this way. There we are. There it is. The infamous uranium materials going right up to the back of his yard. The sad part is though some of these houses here have laid cement or other gravel over it, there's a good chance, since this is number 5, just on this one strip, that this material is in a lot of people's homes and yards here in this neighborhood. This is Hawthorne neighborhood, Wilcox School District. There it is right here, and of course the dust assembling here and blowing, running down the street, and of course contaminating people's yards when the wind blows. There you go, Steve Galfont at Remax, seller of contaminated uranium properties. There it is. There's his sign. We want people to know who to sue, who to blame when you get cancer. Remember, there it is, 2202002. Steve Galfont, another person without a Geiger counter, another person does not know. But the cover-up, that's the way it is. Do not tell, and then catastrophe. And here it is, right behind Pinehurst Floral Garden. We're at Pocatello Mall. And what do we have here? Oh, we got a road. Oh my goodness. What is this road made of? Oh, well, what do you think it's made of? Uranium materials all the way from Pocatello to Chubbuck, or Chubbuck to Pocatello. Uranium, 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 and all the other 60 components that give you cancer. And which way does the wind blow usually? Oh, of course, into this vacant lot. And this whole vacant lot's probably very contaminated as well. Yes, this is a place that's continual grounding it up, continual crushing it up and becoming airborne. Another good source, of course. Where is it going to go ultimately? Yeah, it's up there, Satterfield Drive, Highland. That's the way the wind blows here. I hope you're happy up there, because the wind will pick it up from here, and it will bring it to you. Anyways, this is Idaho Lorax signing off. Get your Geiger counter. Or at least, go ahead, vote for this guy here. He's running for state senate to expose the state's involvement of the cover-up and the do not tell. So, here we are. Of course, you can look at Don Zeeby, too. I forgot about that. Here's another one, Don Zeeby. There's Don, there you go, Don Zeeby.